All right, so for now, we're going to be covering the leash exercises. So it's going to be very similar to the prong, but we're obviously not going to be doing the leash popping and everything. We're going to be relying on the remote. Yes.
Okay, this is not set to any level.
No, so we're going to find his level.
Oh, we're going to find his level.
And that's 100. All based on Smokey. So,
well, okay, before you start, can I say one thing?
Yes.
Last Sunday, after we were here, we dropped him off at Jason's with his other 2 dogs. And they put Copper's thing on him and went for a walk. And Jason said he had to get it up to 70 before he would listen.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because as you use it more, he should get acclimated, and the number goes down. Which Enrique will, of course, inform you about this thing. Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, it also depends on the environment and everything, because right now it's very quiet. So we could be on a lower number, or it just depends. So we're going to go ahead and start low and work our way up to see what level works for him.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start at 10. And then we're going to be pressing the bumpy button.
So I set this to 10?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to use what button?
The bump. The one with the bump.
This one? This one. Okay. Nick. Okay.
So I'm going to say tap, tap. If I say tap, 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 tap. Just follow my rhythm and however many taps I get.
Okay.
So tap, tap. So he did show a little like, what was that?
Yeah.
But that, so we know like we also have connection, because if you look at the box while you're tapping, you'll see like a muscle twitch. So that shows that the probes are making contact with the neck. But that wasn't really enough to get him to show concern. And we want him to show concern, so he's
He looks at me like, what's going on?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So go and bump it to 13. Okay. That's fine. So tap, 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 tap. Go to 15. Okay, actually, we'll leave it at 14 for now.
Okay.
Because you saw how he got up and he was like, trying to turn it off.
What's going on here?
So that was a better reaction than the, we started at 10. Because at 10 he kind of just like looked around, was okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But 14 showed concern. So we're going to leave it at 14 for now.
Okay.
And then we're going to, so that's his working number. Like I said, it's all depending on the environment, the weather, the amount of distractions, and like just how he's feeling through there.
Yeah, like other
So
dogs.
this number can go up, down, or like throughout this exercise we're going to be doing, it could go down, it could go up, or it can stay the same. So don't get too stuck on the 14, okay? So
you're going to tell me that I should increase it, or I'm supposed to know this?
Yes. I will coach you through everything.
Okay.
So it's going to be, this leash process is going to be very similar to the prong. So you're going to be walking. He's supposed to be by, this right shoulder is supposed to be by your left shoulder, your left leg. Same as the prong, where, remember the prong where we were in training mode? You have that slack, and when he goes across or passes you, do a 180 and the correction with the prong. Remember that?
Yeah.
So instead of the correction of the prong, we're going to be tapping. And I'll tell you however many taps, when to increase it, and everything.
Okay.
But that just give you like a heads up. We're going to be, doing the same thing as a prong.
Okay.
So go ahead and start walking.
Now, then if it's not
Yes, just continue, and if it doesn't follow you, just give a tap. Perfect. Keep going. Give it a little bit more slack. Turn. Tap. Turn. Tap. Turn. Tap. Just go ahead and lower it to 12. And then after you get to 12, just turn it, do a 180 and tap. Keep going. Turn, tap. Turn, tap, 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 turn, tap, turn, tap, turn, tap, tap, turn, tap. Let's go back to 14. Turn, tap, tap. Turn, tap. Turn, tap, 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 tap. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Now when he goes to your right side, same as Prong, grab higher up and push him tap here. And then you're going to be tapping as well. Yeah. Third, tap. Tap, tap. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Keep going, tap. Relax the left arm. Tap. Turn. Tap. Tap. Turn. Tap. Turn. Tap. Off and two. Off and 16. You're not pulling him, you're just walking with the leash more slack. So when he gets to the end of the leash, he's getting guided back to you. So you're not tugging him like a Prong. You're just relax and let let the e-collar and your body language do the work.
Okay.
So continue. Turn, tap. Turn, tap. Turn, tap. Turn. Turn. Slow down. Turn, tap, tap. Slow down. Turn, tap, tap. Pull him to your left. Slow down. Turn, tap. Tap him, keep going. Turn, tap. Slow down. Turn. Slow. Turn, tap.
Enrique.
Tap. What level are we on?
Alright, so we'll, just,
What level are we on?
yeah, that's what it is.
Go up to... Thanks, Ed. We've been doing too many turns, so we're trying to increase power so it's lighter. So it's quick. Get more slack. Yeah.
Let's move it back down so we're closer to Michael. We almost ended up in the South Loop.
Pause. So let's walk. Tap, 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 tap.
Bike's on the right.
Tap, tap, tap. Turn and tap. Turn and tap. Tap. Turn. Tap. Pull to your left. Tap. Pump it to 23. Tap. 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 Continue. Tap. Tap. Keep walking. Tap. Tap. Turn. Tap. Keep walking. Keep walking. Turn. Tap. Turn. Tap. Tap. Turn. Slow. Do a slow turn. Tap. 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 Do another slow turn. Move to the right a little bit. And turn and tap. 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 Good. Do a slow turn. Tap. Let's pump it to 25.
I gotta change the seat, man.
So slow turn. Tap. 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 Go to your left. Tap. Tap. Do a slow turn. Tap. Oh no. Tap. Do a slow turn. Tap. 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 Tap.
You guys got a really big brat.
Slow turn.
It's really stubborn.
Tap.
Good.
And then stop.
Good.
And then we already went to the auto set, so we can go straight into that. So you can pull up and then tap. Perfect. Do you want to try again or go over it again?
Not that I, he's yelping like that, but that, it doesn't hurt him.
No, he's just frustrated.
Oh, it's frustrating. I know, that might be tired.
We're gonna pause for a second. After you cover a section, do you have any questions?
Oh. Do you have any questions?
Well, yes, because I was just saying, ask you if it hurted.
Yes.
Said it's frustrating. So, sorry. So when he gets used to it, then stop.
Yes, over time, he'll understand what you want. Also, the number will go lower, or the number is always changing, but matters is the reaction you get from it. So, this frustration might go away as long as you keep practicing and practicing. And just keep moving forward as well.
So, when we go out, he's always going to have the sign now. When we go out for a walk,
Like, whenever you need it. So,
in the house, will we leave it on in the house? Like,
if he's good in the house, you don't need it. But, like, I think you were correcting in the house, correct?
we were using that bonker, or we had a short little piece of a leash.
I would keep using the bonker, just so we can later on cover how to correct in the house and how the corrections work. But right now we'll just focus on the leash walking, and just focus on whatever we teach you, just so like you know the nuances and how to handle it.
Right. So, okay, if we use this outside,
Yes.
but then when we're in the house, we put the prong collar on, is that going to confuse him?
No.
No.
If for the prong collar, if you're having trouble with the corrections, you may have to move on to the e-collar just to reach that level of his mindset to knock him out of whatever you're correcting.
Okay. Yeah, in the house corrections are not any big It's not like he's tearing up furniture, or just sometimes he barks.
It's all up to you. Whenever you want it,
Oh.
put it on. Whenever you feel like he's fine, you can take it off or just not put it on. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. No, no more yanking now?
No more yanking.
Turn, we don't have to.
No, we're gonna let the e-collar do all of that. So it's not too much. No more physical.
No more.
We're just pressing a button.
When he does get rambunctious,
Just keep moving.
E-collar is much less physical.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
I'm gonna interject here.
Yes.
I can already see a difference in his mindset.
Well, yeah. Look at how he's sitting there.
Yeah, right? Because now, even though this goes to 127 and you're at 25, right? Yeah. You're at a sixth of the power.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's really able to just speak to the brain. Because, in my opinion, e-collar is the only tool that can make a dog mentally make a decision. Prong collar forces a dog physically to make a decision.
Right, because you're pulling on it.
Correct. So it's like trying to force someone physically to do something and then persuading them through conversation, right?
Right.
E-collar is conversation. Okay, that's why I 99.9% of the time use e-collar, because it's just easy for everybody. So good job so far, Enrique. Questions for Enrique before we get started?
The treats work the same as well. Like when we're doing the prong, but he catches up, he can reward, but.
Right, yeah, he's behaving.
All right, so go ahead and move forward. Give a little more slack.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
You have to heel in this and neck.
You can just focus on just walking and dick. So it's not too much like you either like say heel and tap or whatever.
Enrique.
Up in here.
And when he's paying attention like this, you do a slow turn, slow down, and then turn. Move to your left. More slap.
Right.
Tap. Tap. Back here.
Yeah. I officially don't know anyone on the team, so like I never reason to go back. No
Turn.
So now it's like.
Oh, very good.
So right here is passing you, so you want to do a 180 and tap. Do a slow turn.
When he gets ahead of me,
Yes.
Turn
Just like the
and
prong,
come back.
always do a 180 and tap. So all the motions and everything are the same. You're just tapping instead of correcting. Tap, tap, keep up, tap, tap, tap. Turn. And then slow down to a stop.
whoa.
You can go ahead and feel it.
Heel. Oh, wow. Even neater.
Another slow turn. Tap. Try not to use your left arm for pulling it. So when you feel tension, it's usually a sign that he's behind. So just tap for that. Because you always want to feel like he's not there with a loose leash.
So anytime he's pulling,
Yes. He's pulling forward, 180 and tap. If he's lagging, which I haven't seen, tap, tap, speed up a little, tap, tap. So when he's lagging, you want to speed up and then tap. So the leash pressure and the tapping will motivate him to catch up to your leg.
Come on. Now you won't get on.
For that, you just pull to your left and tap. Okay.
So you said if he's lagging behind, speed up and tap.
Yes.
So he catches up.
Yes. Tap. So he seems to lag right here because he's trying to get to you or like.
Yes, exactly.
Any
Train him
questions?
well.
Any questions?
Just keep doing that for even when we're done today.
Being consistent.
Just practice that.
And that routine we did, just trying to figure out the levels, you want to start doing that the first couple of times. Then eventually, you'll just know his number. Like you'll have a range.
So when we go and practice later this afternoon, we don't just start at 25.
Also depends on the setting. Because if it's more random.
Well, it's just walking around in our, South Loop, traffic, other people, dogs,
Tap.
strollers. It's not
Tap.
a park setting.
Tap.
We're walking on the street.
Tap. 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 And then on this next one, sorry, what's your name? Melanie. Come close to Melanie, so Smokey's almost like right here. But then keep moving forward. Tap. Tap. You might have to bump it. 25, go to 27. Or 28, sorry. Just keep walking. Speed up a little. Slow up, tap. And then slow down. Burn.
Does he get the ribbon to those straps?
It could also be the context of moving around maybe, or because he has a thick coat. So sometimes you might see like one time it'll work, one time it won't.
Did he check to see if it's straight up?
I can check.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause right here.
Well,
Go ahead and come a little bit forward, Michael.
yeah.
Right there, it's good. So, tap. Tap. There you go. Look how how easy that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can pull up and tap to make it stay in the sit.
Oh, well, I'll make it stay up.
So Melanie started talking about that they're not in a park setting, that they're just in a neighborhood street setting.
Up and tap. Up and tap.
He's having none of it.
So bump the number. We're at 28, right?
28.
Go to 31. And then use the leash pressure to guide him up, and then tap, tap, tap.
Melanie was asking about like just the neighborhood and stuff, and I don't think you fully addressed her question. Could you repeat what you were saying, Melanie?
Yeah, when we walk, we're walking like on Clark. We're walking on Michigan Avenue, busy cars, buses, other people. We don't walk in a park. We walk on relatively busy streets. So, we're going to have to then find the right number. Because, like just now, all right, he laid down. It wasn't getting up, even though Michael was tapping.
So if that happens, you just increase it.
right then and there.
Yes. And then for your type of setting, the number may be higher just because there's a lot going on. But the exercise to finding the number is still the same. So like you'll see, even if you see the muscle twitching, but he's not doing anything, you need more than that to override the the environment.
Yeah, the distractions and whatnot. So, could you make the number too high? Then what would happen?
What we don't want is the yelping and like screaming and going around.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of dramatic, so he was doing that at the low levels. But eventually, if you keep going, he kind of like, okay, I just have to walk.
This is the way it is.
Yes.
So stop being a brat. Yes.
You'll know when you're too high. He'll let you know when you're too high.
Okay.
Can you give them a structure on when to know, like how to increase and when to increase?
So when you're doing these exercises, I was saying tap, tap, tap 3 times. And then you can go up by increments of 5 or 3. That's kind of the range.
On the setting.
Yes, on the remote. So we give 3 corrections or 3 taps. If there's still nothing going on, increase the number.
Go up. Okay.
And then same thing with like the walking back and forth. If it's like too much turning around, just increase the number. And then you'll see him just like and like straighten up and just like walk.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now he's drifted off. Should I tap him?
Tap for the sit. So tap, tap, tap. So that was more of the leash that made him sit. So let's go and bump it. What was the number?
Sure, bumped him at 32.
Bump to 36. But he did stay in that sit for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can, now, will he get immune to 36?
Immune.
Well, like we'll
Adapt
eventually
to it?
36 won't do anything. Is that when you just keep going up then until?
If you don't see anything, you just go up. Don't worry about him like getting immune to it or anything. Just focus on what he's giving you.
So, so much like you said. So when we go and work this afternoon with him, you shouldn't start out at 36. Or should we? Because that's the number that worked.
Just because you're starting, still work your way up. But eventually, once you get used to it, you're gonna know.
We'll know his number. Okay.
So give them the structure for when they come out, what they want to do.
Like coming out.
So in the beginning, as he's learning, easiest to come out, let him do his potty business. So you can have his prong on him if you'd like for that physical control. Give him his potty break. Once he's done, then you kick in with the, first you find your number. Once you get like what we saw earlier, then you start your walking. As opposed to assuming we have contact because how tight the collar's fitted, his fur, sometimes it gets compacted. There's a lot of variables in play. That you might find 25 one day and then the next walk in the day it's 35. Right? So you take your time, you find that response of movement, and then you go, okay, now we can start our walk. He gave you the structure in terms of, we do 3 taps and then we bump it in increments of 3 to 5. And then you do 3 correctional turns, right? And if there's no change, then you bump it.
So we should, you take him out to the back to the dog run, and we're ready to go for a walk. So in our parking lot, we should do these turns until we get to the right number, rather than just head out to the sidewalk and start walking and hope for the best.
You actually don't even need to do the turns. So you know how we put the collar on, and then Enrique guided you through going up from like 10 to 15 and so on and so forth, until he saw, I think it was 15, that Enrique said, oh, that's concerning to him. Let's start with 15. Similar. Okay, because when you're moving, it's harder to tell when you have connection. But if he's stationary and you tap him, and he like jumps around, then you're like, okay, we have connection.
Okay.
And then you can start your movement.
Take off. Okay.
Yeah.
And as he's not listening, then do the 3 taps and that to then bump it up.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Your turns should become less and less. That's how you know you're at the correct number.
Oh.
So if every day you're turning 100 times, he's walking better, but it's 100 turns, obviously he's not getting better. You play with your number, right? And then one day you'll find 38. Oh man, we only turned once that entire walk. Then I leave it at 38. And then maybe a week goes by before I have to turn again. Then 38's like that magic number, right? But again, don't get locked on it. Don't get married to it. It's whatever's appropriate to the context. You know, so maybe as you walk towards Grant Park, that number might escalate because he knows the park's there. Or maybe that's where you go to meet Copper and Piper to go play. So then he's like, all right, I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Your number may most likely be higher. Okay? Back to Enrique. Like, what's next?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to progress faster because they've already done the foundation with the prong. So you can start going into the turns.
Okay. So similar to the prong turns, we had the crossover with the right,
left turn,
left, right, and then we also had the pivot. Just going left, right.
You're right.
We can go ahead and start that. It's the same thing. If he's too
No
ahead,
pulling.
tap. No pulling, yes.
Now this is kind of high. Shall we lower it or wait till we see?
We can keep it at this, just because he was still. I didn't see too much of a concern when we were raising it back up.
Okay.
But if it is too high, we will lower it.
All right, just practice lefts.
Let's start off with the pivots. Or no, the crossovers.
Now you're saying you're going to cross over with your right foot or your left foot? You're making a left turn.
So we're going to do right turns.
Oh, we're going to do right turns. Okay.
Go ahead and.
Too high?
No. So hug towards the right side of the sidewalk. And then with your right leg, crossing over. Or right?
Watch out for the bite.
Are you tapping him?
Yeah.
No taps here.
Yeah, no taps. I'll tell you when to tap, okay? And then hug towards the right side and then do a crossover. Do another crossover. Another crossover. And then come to a stop about right here. And now we'll do the pivots. So when you're walking, left, right, left.
Heel.
Tap. Do the pivot. Left, right. Go ahead and do the pivot. Left. Tap. Another pivot. Tap. Give it a little bit more slack. Yeah. Do another pivot. There we go. And then come to a stop. Move forward and tap. Tap.
Like, mom ain't gonna help you. She bought the collar.
Don't look for me. help.
Tap. And then stop right here. Any questions about that?
No, it's hard not to jerk it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like the
In
prong.
habit of doing that, so
Yeah.
we have to relearn also.
Now he seemed a little stubborn though. Just didn't want to do, even with the tapping.
Okay, just what do you want to do?
It's still heel, right?
This is still a heel, yes. Give a little more slack.
Show her the trainer hold, Enrique.
Yeah. So with your right hand, that the loop right here on the leash, put it right here, so it's sitting like this, of the leash. And then with your left hand,
Almost. She's got it backwards. Show her.
this, have this lock, gets out, and then with your left hand, like this. Most other people do this as well, where they take this and do so it's like this, and then you have this whole hand for this. So whatever makes you comfortable, but make sure you have this lock.
So this, and then this.
Not our dog. Not our dog. And off the time, bring it to your left side. Then grab close to the collar. That. Okay, okay. Release the pressure.
I've noticed.
Okay.
We're walking. Heel.
We'll start off with the left turns with the right knee. Yes. And then, yes. And then relax the left arm. Do a left turn. Tap. Do a left turn, but remember to start with your right leg. So, yes, like this. You're walking. Yes. Do a crossover or a left turn. Tap. Keep walking, tap. Tap. Oh. What's our number? 36. Let's go down to 20. Or 27. So keep panicked a little. Up tap down. For now you can, but eventually it'll just be a tap to set.
So now we're just gonna walk.
Yes. And then do a left turn. That was a good tap. Another left turn. Left turn. Relax your left arm. Relax your left arm. Left turn. So he's lagging. Speed up, tap, tap, look to your left, tap, left turn. And you also want to slow down too in the turns.
Ready? Heel.
Tap. Keep walking and tap. Tap. Right turn. Relax the arm.
Come to a pause. We'll have to fix that strap, Enrique. He's being a puppy and it's distracting him.
Should we cut it or it doesn't matter?
I'd give it a couple of weeks. He'll show you what to do here so that
So it's so you want it to go through the loops. So spin these two loops, right? And put it again. So it's shorter and not in his mouth.
Oh, not to strap.
after a couple of weeks, everything's going good. You can trim it, but make sure to leave yourself some slack because he's going to get bigger. Actually, I might wait till he's full grown.
Oh.
You know, because that collar fits all sizes. That strap. So then once he's full grown, then you can trim it and then you'll be good.
Okay. Okay.
More slack. And then we're going to do the pivots. So it's just be the right turn, but you're walking. You're going to turn right. It's going to be left, right.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant when you said right turn. No.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pivot.
All right. Heel.
Go ahead and do a pivot. And make sure to slow down. Tap. Tap. Relax your arm.
Hey Enrique, when you give the instruction, I'd say pivot when you're ready. Because they're going to pivot right when you say so. That's why it's not slowing down. They're not slowing down.
Pivot whenever you're ready, but make sure to slow down before. Much better. Pivot when you're ready. Tap. Tap. Pivot when you're ready. Relax your arm. Pivot when you're ready. Pivot when you're ready. Walk closer to Michael. Tap. Tap. Pivot when you're ready. And then come to a stop right here.
Got distraction coming.
Just hold here. Catch your slack. Go close to your collar.
You're fine.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're fine.
And then two more sets of the right turn.
This was
Tap, tap, tap. Whenever you're ready. Tap, tap. Whenever you're ready. Tap. Whenever you're ready. And then come closer to Michael on this way back. tap. 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 Keep going. Tap. 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 That's right. We'll go by Michael one more time.
Okay.
Tap, 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 tap. Whenever you're ready. Stop. So, pull to your left and tap, and bring it to the sit. So like a prong, when we're giving a lot of slack because we're teaching, right?
Yes.
So when that dog came by, I was trying to get you to go into handler mode.
Right.
Or like, yeah,
Holding tighter. Yeah.
Oh.
just in case.
I wasn't sure why you were asking me to do that.
Well, just in case, because he has all that to jump and we don't have the prong. I'm pretty sure with the prong it'd be easier for you to handle.
Right, but when that does happen,
No feet.
it's really hard.
No
Yesterday
feet.
we walked by the dog park, which was a big mistake because we weren't stopping. And he just pulled me, you know, and it was,
Just drag you around,
Yeah.
even with a prong.
yeah, I mean, we really had to pull on it, so.
After all these exercises with the e-collar, sometimes they just go away because of all the discipline that we're doing with the e-collar. Because it's different than the prong. With the prong, you weren't able to reach that level of the level he was at. But with the e-collar, we can now, and he's realizing that. So there might not even be pulling, but if there is, there's obviously turn around and tap.
Oh, turn around and tap.
You're always turning and tapping whenever you pass.
Or when he gets distracted.
You tap and keep, like if he's lagging and looking at something, you tap and keep walking.
Tap and keep walking. But like if he, all right, when we wanted to go over here, yeah, that would we just keep walking and tapping
Yes.
until he caught up with me.
Yes. And go ahead and put it back to the owl sit. Sit. Tap. And once he complies, you can release the pressure, just like the prong.
Yeah, just done. Relax.
Any questions?
No, not really. I think we just have to get,
Just keep
you
practicing.
know, we're so used to pulling on
Prong
the
pressure.
compound. And that,
Enrique,
so now we should just
I'll close
let
this
go.
off for you. So, that was good. And that's about what we expect
Oh,
with
really?
e-collar.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
E-collar is super simple. It's just press the button. It removes any physicality in terms of physical strength, yanking, all that stuff. It's really just how you said,
Now, should I pull
correct that, correct. Yep.
him a little or just?
Just a light bed pressure. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Tap. Keep that. Tap. 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 Go ahead and bump your number. What are you at?
27.
Let's go to 30. Tap. 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 So you can see the contraction there, right?
Yeah.
Right? 33. Tap. 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 Light pressure. Tap. There it is. Look at that. Right?
Should we go to his other side this afternoon?
Yeah, so for if he's going to be wearing extensively, you want to shift the collar, the box, to a different side every 2 hours, okay? I would imagine this week you're probably only going to use it for the leash walking and maybe a few things inside the home, so you should be fine. But I want to point out that you went from 27 to 33. And at 33, like you saw him kind of, right, the whining. Don't worry about the whining. That's just a little bit of frustration because he's thinking, how do I shut this off? It's annoying. That means he's incentivized. Because then he popped up just right. You were you're going to pull. He just popped up and corrected himself. With prong collar, you'd have been like, right? All this. So the intensity is in the contraction. So that's why we don't need to really worry about the physicality. And the way we teach this is, you know, like he said, when you come to a stop, if you were to forget to sit, you just press the button and he sits. As opposed to having to do anything physically.
Right.
You know, so and then if it, like he's off leash at the dog park and you call him, you can make him come back now because now you have a means of communication. So if you decide to try to make me, I'm like, okay, I'll make you, right? But we have to teach that first, so don't go over that yet. But just so that you know, right? So e-collar is super simple. That's why I push people to it so much because, you know, it's a little bit more pricier in terms of the tool, but life is so much easier. Training is so much easier.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
So, some things I would expect is, you know, you have to reset now. Very similar to prong collar. Exercises are exactly the same. Tools a bit different. I imagine if you go for a walk with Smokey, right? Yeah, sorry. I called another dog Smokey yesterday, but it was Scotty, so I'm like, So, let's say go on a walk and going away from home is fine. Coming back home is usually harder because the dog is stressed and they want to, because now that you have more discipline, now he's like, screw this, I just want to go home. Right? So if you notice that, you know, if you don't want to start anything that you can't finish.
Yes.
So if you're tight on time, then I just say, I stop, I say break, and I just let Smokey, you know, pull me home. However, so if I know that, and I'm going to go on a 30-minute walk, then I spend 10 minutes going away from home and give myself 20 minutes to come back home. So you can do all the correctional turns.
I see.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's
Takes
supposed
an
to
hour to
walk
go
at
around
your
the
hip
block.
no matter what. You guys are fine. He's supposed to be at your hip no matter what. I don't care if he's, you know, stressed, spooked, nervous, anxious, like that. Heel means heel. Boom, you're at my hip no matter what. Okay? But you have to reinforce it. That's why playing with the numbers is so important. So you might find leaving home your number is 25, but to come back home maybe you're at 45 to override his stress levels.
Oh, it can go up. Even though he might be, like yesterday when we walked, it was hot. And by the time we were coming back, he was like just.
Yeah, now that's an exception, right?
Yeah.
Because like even with humans, like our performance dips when the environment, you know, weather and stuff, you know, it's too hot. Like you're not going to be running super fast.
Yeah.
Same thing for the dog. But if you start off and he's already lagging and he's fresh, like there should be no reason for that.
Right.
I keep him at the hip. If it's been a 45-minute walk and he's lagging, like you'll tap him and you'll kind of speed up and then he's going to lag right back again, right? Then I go, all right, you're not being disobedient. You're just tired. However, if he's lagging and I pass by a dog, does not mean he can go and do this now.
Yes, he still has to
You would
stay
correct
focused.
that. So I'm giving him leeway because I understand he's tired, but it doesn't mean he still can do the other stuff.
So then he gets a bit old.
Correct. Okay. And when dogs get hotter, numbers go higher. So you might find you go from 25 to 95, and he's responding like it's 25, and then you stop and you cool off for a bit. You want to go back down to 25 because if you tap him at 95, now that he's fresh, he's going to feel it. You get a big reaction. Okay. It's all standard, all normal stuff. Okay. So for your homework for the week, you're revisiting the heel. It should be a pretty quick process as long as you're at the correct number. It's not so much about like overpowering them. Tap. Good. Like, you know, just like slamming them, right? It's finding the appropriate number that is going to break their tap. Light pressure. Pull back. Back towards you. Tap. Up. Right there and relax. Good. Okay. What was I saying?
Something about our homework.
Oh, for your walks, smaller chunks is better. So like 3 20-minute walks or 4 15-minute walks. Because in between walks is a process of everything. If all you have is 1 long hour walk, it's perfectly fine. Ideally smaller chunks, but if all you have is a full hour, you're not going to stress them out.
Okay.
He's not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to learn anything. Let me think here. You want to get your numbers before you start. So start off with the potty break, pee poop. Okay, good. Find your connection number. So like right now we know we have connection. And then I start my training. Okay, so I don't even start the walking until I know I have the number. Okay. I suggest if you have nail polish or any kind of paint or marking type thing to mark the notch that is fitted on for his collar.
Oh, on the
Yeah, so where the bar is going through, you want to mark that notch.
Tightness.
Yeah, exactly, the tightness on it. So this way
Now
you have
this
a mark.
feels very tight.
Yes, that's good contact. Okay,
Oh,
you can tell if it's too tight because the dog will. It'll sound like they smoked for like 60 years, you know. So, but we need that snugness because of his fur. If you were to get a haircut, you might end up like losing in a notch.
Yeah.
Or as he grows, obviously you're going to adjust. But that mark will help you get the consistent spot each time. You can use your prong in conjunction with your e-collar. It's perfectly safe. And I would actually recommend that you do so. But that you're using the remote, the prong is just there in case he gets, you know, puppy mode, that you have the means of physical control. Okay? And Enrique, actually we'll switch here. If you could help put their position their e-collar and their prong for them so they know how to do that. And I'll send you a video as well
okay.
that
Now,
goes
the
over.
only thing about, okay, if we're doing this and I have to break the habit of pulling, then if the the prong is on, then I'm going to want to pull.
Right. I mean, it's habit right now.
Yeah.
It'll take a little time.
Okay.
You'll just have to, you know, be aware of yourself and go like, oh, that's why the slack is important.
Yeah.
Because even if you have slack, when you try to pull, it requires much more.
Right, yes,
As
yes.
opposed to having it shorter, right? So you're not the first people to come from like a prong collar and stuff, and they have to break old habits. It usually takes them a couple of weeks.
Oh.
But I think ultimately I'd end up having you use both anyways, just in case, like if you turn the corner and there's a dog or a puppy,
Yes.
e-collar's not going to kick in as quickly as we need it to,
Oh,
is the
that.
prong would come in. Okay? I'll go ahead and fit them.
Are you missing your phone?
No, I think it's turned inwards. It's something's turned the wrong way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, turn the. See that one?
Oh, okay. Oh, I saw it.
Yeah. There you go.
we get it backwards all the time.
So you always want the. So right now it's above the e-collar.
Yes.
Same thing for the prong.
Oh, you want it above.
Yes. Okay. Keep that on and off. Start over. So it's above the e-collar.
And now where does this hook onto? Or that doesn't, that just
can
is,
have it on
oh,
the
that's
prong.
going to go on the prong, right, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to clip to your e-collar
To the knot, yeah.
because it'll move the box around and it'll inhibit the contact.
Ah, okay. Okay. And this is in the right place? Like,
Yes.
All right, this is like under his chin,
Correct.
and that's where it should be.
For the e-collar?
Yes.
Correct. Anywhere from like here to here, stay away from the throat area. And I tend to stay away from the back of the neck just because it tends to be too sensitive. So anywhere in those little pockets on the side of the throat is fine. Yeah.
So, okay, to me, this looks like it's more right in the front.
That's okay.
That's all right?
Yeah, it's okay. He'll let you know if it's uncomfortable. Like,
Oh,
Got a full day today?
I believe so.
yeah, it's like 7.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yesterday was 8 to 7, and today is 9 to 7. Yeah.
long days. Was this the only day that you come to the park?
Yeah, so we filled up Saturday and Sunday. Now Friday's opening up, and Friday I think already has like 3 people or 4 people signed up yesterday.
Oh.
So now we're rebuilding the
Yeah,
training
right.
base. But most of my time I'm spent at the facility